Hey, welcome back. My voice is a little messed up, so don't mind that. Um, so today is not gonna be like a singing video or like a tutorial video. It's gonna be a story time. I don't normally do these, but I finally got the courage to do it and feel that it might help other people who have gone through this or have had it happen to them. So I'm going to tell you my story. Hold on. So I'm gonna tell you the story of what happened, how it happened, and give some advice because when it first happens to anybody, it's the first thing that goes to your head is it happened. I didn't think it would, but it happened. So it's like so I I'm okay. So I was over at my uncle's house. My story, my abuse story. I was molested. I was over at my uncle's house, and we were making cookies and brownies and stuff, all that. So we wanted to go get more cookie dough. He wanted to go get more cookie dough, and he asked who wanted to go with it. And I was the only one that said me. So I went with him, and I was only like 7 or 8 at the time. Keep that in mind. And he was like, "You can get in the front. It'll be fine." So I didn't really know right from wrong, but I did, but I didn't. I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, okay, front seat, yay. So I got in the front, and I sorry. Sorry, I'm very tired. So I got the front seat. I sat, got in it, shut the door. I buckled my seatbelt, and I was sitting there. And I remember I was just, didn't want to make eye contact. I felt kind of not comfortable, but I was like, it's fine, it's cool. I'll be okay. So I was kind of just like looking out the window, looking down at my feet, anything to not make eye contact. And we got about a minute down the road because he lived right down the road from Kroger at the time. And we got like halfway down the road, and he reached over and touched me, like in my private area, and started rubbing. And he was like, "You like that? Yeah, you like that, huh?" Stuff like that. And I was like, "What?" Like in my head, like, "What is going on? What's happening? What?" I'm like 7. I don't understand. So he was like, basically, and he stopped when we got pulled in the car parking lot. He stopped, and I looked out the window, and I remember just, I don't even know, like, I was so confuzzled and so shocked that I didn't even know really what to think. But I was just like, wow. So we went to Kroger, and I remember when we were walking to the cookie dough aisle, I was like, should I, like where the cookie dough was, I was like, should I go tell an adult what happened? Should I keep it to myself? And I was like, I'm just gonna keep it to myself. So I kept it to myself. We went and got the cookie dough, and I remember on the way back, I sat with my legs closed and my thighs so tight together. Like, I kid you not, I was like sitting like this, like not like I had my arms like on my lap where he could not reach, like where he couldn't touch. Like I made sure he wasn't able to do it again. And when we got back, I just acted normal. I didn't act like anything happened because I didn't know how to react really. So on my 14th birthday, my mom was talking to me about something that was heard or whatever, and I got really emotional, really upset, and it came out. Before that, I had told my best friend, Kayla, at the time. I was like, yeah, this happened. Me and her had a lot of connections with that and with other things. So I told my mom, she found out, and I was like, such a big relief, just, it felt so good to get it off my chest. But I also at that time knew, okay, now it's my decision. Am I gonna tell the police? No, who am I gonna tell now? So keep this in mind, this is on my birthday. So the next day I don't go to school. I went to that night my mom and my stepdad went and told my aunt, and my aunt instantly believed me. And then that next day we went to the police station and we told the police, and we made a police report. And then later on that day, when my aunt was on break at work, she came over and she talked to me, and then she went back to work. And I was okay at first. I wasn't really okay at first. It was more like taking it in. And then my mom got me counseling, and so after that, after the police got told or whatever, I kept going to school and stuff, and they had went and got him, and they talked to him and everything else. And I was really hoping for the best because they had already had one charge against him. So I was really hoping that, one, it'd get me justice, and two, it'd get the other charge against him, that little girl, justice. And so it didn't, but, it's okay. So I'm still hoping that I get some type of justice. So I continued going to school, and the case continued, but because if they wanted to do a trial against him, I would have to go to court and everything else. I didn't have to. They closed the case. They were like, there was not enough evidence or whatever, which upset me a lot, but I was like, it's whatever, it'll be fine. He'll get his karma. So then after that, I went to counseling. And keep in mind, before this it came out, like 2 weeks before this, like 2 or 3 weeks before this, I had an incident where I was took into, my friend called 911 on me and told them that she told them that she thought that I took some pills and was trying to overdose and kill myself or something like that. So they sent an ambulance here, and I was made to go to the hospital, and I was there from like midnight, 1 o'clock to like 3. And after that, they told me to get some counseling. I have depression, but it was like, whatever. I moved off. I didn't care because I knew I didn't, so like, whatever. So, and then that situation came out, and then I got counseling, which has helped a lot. I love it. I go to Growing Strong, and I love it. It's fun. It's helpful. But the only thing that still bothers me to this day is to see him and see how it just doesn't faze him. My biggest fear is probably like it happening to one of my cousins, because there's a lot of babies in the family, and I don't want it to happen to any of my cousins or my brother. But it's like, I don't know. And I don't cry, as you can tell. I don't cry over it anymore unless it really hits me hard. But it's just like, how can somebody do that to somebody? Like, you're supposed to be my uncle, somebody I could trust and everything else, and you just did that? Like, how? How can you live with that? So, I've talked to my counselor about it. I've been in counseling since I want to say I've been in counseling since like November of 2018. So I've been in it for like 8-9 months now. And it has caused trust issues. Around that time, like when it happened, I was this sweet, innocent little girl who always wanted to help, who always wanted to, oh, you need this done, do you need this done, can I help you with this, I want to help with this, always helped you bag groceries, always was there and wanted help. And after that, I like completely changed. I didn't care to help anymore. I didn't care to want to be right there if you needed something. I would just like whatever. And it shaped me to this day. I've had, growing up, after that, I had a bad attitude. I still do sometimes. I don't like being told no. It's changed my behavior a lot. I have really bad anxiety now. I have trust issues. I get very scared quickly. I get I overthink a lot and really, and stuff. So it's like, yeah. Um, sorry, I have people texting me. I just, I don't know. Well, any advice from me to somebody who's happened to, or maybe just had it happen, hasn't hurt anybody, or for anybody who has it happen, which I hope that doesn't happen, is to immediately tell an adult as soon as you can. That's not them, obviously. Immediately tell the police. You know, tell anybody in your family who has a kid who is probably, I would say, under 17, because to me a 17-year-old is pretty much an adult. So to me, like, anybody who's under 17, because a 17-year-old is pretty mature, most of them. So I was just like, basically, yeah. So just make sure you tell an adult, make sure you tell the police, make sure you tell your family, and yes, you're gonna have people who don't believe you. You're gonna have people who are like, you're just lying. But don't let it phase you, because you know what happened. You know who did it. So just like I said, tell people immediately. Don't wait, because it won't end well, probably. You won't get justice. I think The only thing I could have done better in that situation was to tell them quicker, but I don't know. I think the hardest part of that whole situation probably was, excuse me, sorry. I hate my voice when it gets scratchy. The hardest part of that whole situation was probably was probably accepting the fact that somebody who I'm supposed to be able to love and trust did that. But it was like, it's not that hard. It, I mean, really, wow. I mean, it's hard, but afterwards, after you accept it, it's like, I don't know, I just feel like if I would have waited any longer, nothing, the same amount probably would have happened. But if you need someone to talk to, or advice, or just help because maybe your mom doesn't believe you or something like that, message me on any of my social medias. I'll put it down in the description below. But message me if you can, try to get hold of me, and I'll talk to you and help you through it. But that's my sexual abuse video. Give this video a like, a comment, and subscribe. Also, you can comment, like if you want to comment, what happened to you, if you have enough courage to, and if you feel you want to, you can, and I will reply back to you. But like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I don't know. Give me video ideas, I guess. So, like and comment the video. I will see you next time.